Hi everybody, Refresh here. I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be taking the fixed and semi-random contents of a M13 deck builder's toolkit and going to be trying to make decks out of it. I want to see how effective this product is at actually creating some sort of playable deck, not necessarily competitive worthy, but some sort of deck that is actually complete. So one or two 60 card decks. It looks like it's going to be two because it looks like we have a white, like of all the cards, and there's a lot of cards, there's no rares in here, but it looks like we have white and green and white and red and black vampires and black and blue zombies. So I'm thinking, because these are all supplementary cards and these are supposed to be the more theme-esque cards, that I'll build it around the themes and just kind of go with this combo here of white and green. It looks like angels and humans, and then Grixis vampires. So those are the two decks that I'm going to be trying to make here, and so I'll just start, and because this covers all the colors, so between them all I should be able to hopefully build two 60 card decks that are meaningful. So I'm going to put the Grixis aside and start with the white and the green for humans and angels. So we have two evolving wilds, which lets us play multiple colors. And let's see what we can get with humans and angels. I'm going to try to use all the cards in the semi-random part and then try to supplement with the cards that are fixed. So we have two pieces of removal / human boosting. Another removal, white boosting. Hamlet Captain is very human friendly. Heavy Mattock. So these are all things that I'm going to use, and then I'll look a little bit further into what might possibly be useful in the bigger pool over there. Okay, so now we're into angels. Well, that could be useful with something like Fiend Hunter to trade the targets. And this benefits humans and angels. So, I mean, these are not great pieces of equipment and great artifacts, but that slows down the game. This is, again, not great, but it's something. It's our angels, nice. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So let's see what else. We're going to focus specifically on angels and humans first, and then fill in the gaps in this 60 card deck. Seeing it's a 60 card deck, depending on the curve, I'm probably going to go somewhere between 22 to 24 lands. Chapelgeist is not really it. That's sort of sideboardy. These colors are out. Ambush Viper, we could probably put that in later. We're definitely gonna put the second Avacyn's Pilgrim in. That's Graveyard. This is a human. Humans are good. We'll put him in. Goes Human Cleric. We'll consider you, even though you're not great. But I guess random 3 life is okay. This could be pretty good as a trick, especially considering the Emancipation Angel. Or a way to like bounce my Timberland Guide, or the Cathedral Sanctifier. That's a good angel. That's another angel, and you get a human, so that's pretty good. It's a 2-for-1. Alright, now we're out. Let's try to stick to the colors. Yeah, Borderland Scout. Get a land. Benefits off of Cloud Shift. Geist Trappers. Giving my guys reach, that's not bad. May not be necessary, but it's a 3/5 for 4/5. It's not great, but it's something. That's sideboard. Probably not. Probably not. Attendant Knight is a definite play. The other Crusader is a definite play. Just wish I had token generators. This might be a good. I have one Gather the Townfolk. This plays well with. That's absolute play removal. Another absolute play. These are all good removals. Not quite as good as Bonds of Faith, but still pretty good. Safe Passage is a maybe. Let's look at what is in green. Arbor Elf. Untapping Forests. I don't know how much I want elves. Or Prey Upon. Like, this is definitely not the big creatures deck. Roaring Primadox. Well, let's see how many creatures we have and go from there. This sort of looks like a mid-rangey kind of deck with everything in the middle here. And Scroll of Avacyn can get us a card and 5 life. That's not great, but that's part of the a definite part of the deck. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34, which leaves us with 26 lands. I can probably put in 2 or 3 more cards. Let's see if there's anything better. So Niblis of the Mist is pretty good. Is it better than any other 3-drops that I have? I don't think it is. I mean, it's good. And same as Chapel Guys. These are good flyers, but I think the organization of the deck, I don't want to lose humans or angels for that. Safe Passage is a way of blowing out, possibly. I don't know if I like it more than Cloud Shift or Glorious Charge, because I think these guys can go pretty wide. I guess not. Well, let's think about Safe Passage, but I think I like the 2-drops better, because I think it's better at possibly getting there. So Roaring Primodox is a 4/4 for 4, which is not bad at all, and it lets me bounce guys to replay them, but I would need a lot of cheap guys like the Cathedral Sanctifier, Timberline Guide, Emancipation for additional shenanigans. Attendant Knight could be bounced. I don't know if I like it in this deck. Titanic Growth is probably a play, because it's a good combat trick as far as combat tricks go. And this is really good for angels, and this creates humans, so that's pretty good. That'll make the Griffin Protector worthwhile. Destroying enchantments, it seems very sideboard tech. We'll pull out all the sideboard stuff, or all the potential sideboard tech. Basically all the white and green cards, and any artifacts that work particularly well with these guys. And then see about making that the sideboard. Okay, that's it. These are all the cards that I'm not using right now. I guess we don't have a proper sideboard because it's not 15 cards. Okay, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I think maybe 1 or 2 more cards. But I want to ramp forest. This is very forest light. Yeah, we're not really looking at a lot of forests. So maybe a Farseek is ramp? Or do I just put in some more guys? I mean, having some evasion flyers is not bad. Our guys are not big enough to really get benefit off of the Panglacial Worm. I guess maybe the Niblis. This is not bad. It really thickens up the 3-drop slot though. That's 26, so with 24 lands between mostly plains and a little bit of forests, I think this will work. Do I really need 24 lands for this curve though? I don't think I do. Everything stays pretty low and there's not a lot of place to put the extra mana. So maybe 1 more. I don't want to put another 3-drop in because that's a little filled. Maybe the Visionary to get a guy down? Or the Prey Upon? Okay, it's either Prey Upon or Visionary. Because yeah, I don't think land fixing is something that we really need, especially with Evolving Wilds and the Seraph Sanctuary. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, you know, kind of 6 pieces of really solid removal. I guess more removal. So Prey Upon, although my guys aren't terribly big, I don't know if I'd want to Prey Upon. But Visionary doesn't really have a lot of synergy with what's... Well, no, I could bounce Visionary. Visionary can be bounced. So this will be 27. And then 23 lands. And I think that should work. I'm going down a little bit on the lands just because there's not a lot at the top end here, and there's not a lot I can do with extra mana. So everything seems very concentrated down here. So that's what I'm going to do. I would say that this is not a great deck, obviously. It's not very consistent. There's a lot of one-ofs. There's very little duplication, but there's a little bit of theming with the humans and the angels, and then some of the bounce that can be taken advantage of with Cloud Shift and with a little bit of the tokens growth strategy here. So this is what I'm going to do. This is deck number 1, and I'll come back with deck number 2. So the Angels and Humans deck sort of just built itself because there were only so many choices in the deck builder's toolkit to work with. Let's see if the same holds true for the Vampires and Zombies Grixis deck. So with the zombies, it looks like you want to put guys in the graveyard, That's what the armored scabs are doing, and they're sort of like slow, hold them back sort of creatures. And then you have the captain, which sort of buffs everybody. And yeah, a lot of guys that just come back from the graveyard. Vampires seem to like things dying, which, you know, works out pretty well. Pure removal. They get bigger when you hit your opponents. This lets Crossway Vampire lets you do that. The Noble buffs your vampires. It's really heavy on 3-drops. I think this might be a bit of an aggressive deck. So let's see what else we have that we can add to this. I'm going to take out, I'm not even going to bother with some of this stuff just yet. I'm going to see what we have in terms of creatures that are within the, murder is a must. Glad that there's 2 of those in here. Creatures that are within the world of vampires and zombies first. So yeah, let's not look at all of these other guys, and then maybe add some things that might help. Like Deranged Assistant could possibly help build some of these scabs by putting creatures in the graveyard, but let's again focus on the creatures that are cards that are much more specific to this. Alright, so there looks like there are other cards that I'll want to consider. Oh, this should be another deck. Geists are probably not. Devils, not really. Raven, Driver of the Dead, that's a guy. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, so it looks like we need to get more spells here. I think going red for removal might be the way to go. Like Pillars of Flame, those are pretty good. Vampires seem to be very much about getting in and hitting. And I won't use every vampire right, because not everything's good. So I'll have to think carefully about what I use and what I don't. But let's definitely put in the guys that we want for certain. Sign in Blood seems good. Searing Spear seems good. Deranged Assistant might be good. Let's see. What do we have? 1, 2, 7, 14, 17, 22, 24, 25. This is kind of like removal. This is removal. Don't know if we want Pitchburn Devils. Maybe Traitorous Blood. Like, I think blue is going to be a very minor component of this deck, because it doesn't really seem to be playing a very strong role here. Gang of Devils is better than Pitchburn Devils, and it might be a good curve topper. Let's see what do we have here. This is all just removal, draw, and some sort of value, like Ghoul Caller's Chant, which can be a 2-for-1 off the zombies. So, alright, so we have, actually that's it. That's the deck. 37, I think, gets us there. Yeah, this is the most synergistic of the decks. I know that we could probably build a stronger deck overall by, you know, saying goodbye to synergy, but I think it's better for the sake of its partner to like build more towards synergy, because, you know, being in 3 colors, there's a lot more options open, and I don't want to have these decks be unbalanced against each other. Now there is the issue of land not being even here, so that's something I'm going to also have to consider, but I think this will work. We have 2 Evolving Wilds, and then it's blue is a splash for just a handful of zombies. So this is 37. We'll add 21 more lands, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we're looking at mostly swamps, a good number of mountains, and then just a splash of blue. I mean, the Relentless Scabs, yeah. Okay, so let's try this. We need 21 more lands. I think at least 9 of them have to be swamps. Maybe 10. 9, 6, 4, that's 19. I can add 2 more. 10, 7, and 4. Well, the Relentless Scabs are going to demand one more, so we have a lot of double reds and double blacks down here, so I definitely want to make sure that I have good on the reds and blacks. So I think I'm going to go 10, 7, and 4, and then hope that the Evolving Wilds will take us up to the islands that we need. Yeah, okay. And then I'll see if I can get my Bobo to play some games with me, and we'll post the results. Thanks!